Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to it again, another trade review. So we're gonna be reviewing a trade we took live today with the private Discord community, right? So I'm gonna just break it down. What was I thinking? The reason behind the trade. Okay, let's go straight into it. So on my chart here, this is a replay, a playback of what happened today. Okay, so we got gold. We are anticipating buys. The reason for that buy is despite the bearish structure that we previously had right here, uh taking long to load. Okay, so we have bearish structure that you guys can see here, from all the way here pushing us all the way down here. Overall, even on the higher time frame, gold is bullish, right? But we did have bearish structure on this lower time frame, which happens to be the 30 and the 15-minute time frames. Now when we look closer now on the 15-minute, what we have is what we consider bullish momentum. Okay, so it is basically the opposite direction of the main structure that we currently have. So you can see price started creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We had a massive pullback, carried on creating higher highs and higher lows. Now from here to here, this is now considered as the major demand or the major low of this move. Okay, so at first what we had was a demand here. Okay, we had a 15-minute demand, anticipating that if price was to get to this demand, we would be able to get a buy setup, but we broke through it. Okay, directly invalidating that demand. The next demand that we had was obviously the major demand, which happened to be down here, and price did get to it, and we can see we had a very good rejection of this demand. So we did, as always, what we do, go down to the tick chart to see where we can get the best possible entry and stop loss for this trade. Okay, so we did that, and we found that best entry that we could have gotten for this trade was, okay, the best entry that we could have gotten for this trade was right at the open of this candle. So we were not yet triggered in, right? So it was right around, oops, put back the demand. It was right around here. Why is it moving like that? Okay, it was right there at the where this candle opened, right? And our stop loss was 90 pips, and as always, we're aiming for the one-to-one where we would move our stops to break even and eventually targeting the 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2. So this just means that if I'm risking $100 to get 200, if I'm risking 200 to get 400, it's very simple. 1 to 2. Okay, just multiply what you are risking by 2. This differs depending on how you manage your trade, but if you were to just leave your trade to play out, that's how it would work. So next candle, that was our candle. That's where we got triggered in, and we lost this trade. As you guys can see, it was another loss. Now this loss could have been avoided, probably could have, simply because having a massive drop to the downside like we just did, taking a trade that is in the opposite direction of the bearish pressure is quite risky. What you would have needed or wanted to see was price to create a high and then fail to break the low, the newly formed low, and then push up higher. That would have been the ideal setup. However, with this being a very good demand zone, and not just a demand zone, a major demand zone, right, that created or was responsible for this high, it had a very high chance of pushing up higher. And as you can see, after taking out these lows, reacting to this demand, price kind of started to try and push up higher, as you can see. Now, will it push up higher? Will it go up? We will find out soon enough. However, I personally think that it is going to carry on pushing up. Now, why, you might be asking, why am I not re-entering since the trade is probably, it's still valid, no candle has closed below? Simple, guys. Risk management. Risk management has to be tight, has to be respected. If you have the booklet that I made on the day-to-day trading plan, you should know exactly why I did not re-enter the trade or try and make up my losses instantly. Okay, so if you don't have the day-to-day trading plan, make sure you get it. It's free, guys. You just need to join the Discord. It's right there. It's written day-to-day trading plan, and you should have my day-to-day trading plan. Without wasting any time, thank you guys for joining. See you guys on to the next trade review, probably tomorrow. Hopefully we do catch a trade, and then you guys will see a trade review. If we don't, then no trade review. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you like, subscribe, share if this is helpful to you. It might be helpful to someone else too, so make sure you share it to another person. All right, I'm out, guys. See you guys on the next one.